Dutchman Vs Annihilation.
Hi, I'm a Dutchman, and Annihilation is a 2019 film written and directed by Alex Garland, who's also directed Ex Machina, which I've not seen but I've been told is pretty good, and he's written for films such as 28 Days Later, as well as the novel version of The Beach. This stars Natalie Portman, Oscar Isaac, that lady I recognise from The Hateful Eight, and Benedict Wong, amongst others. It's gotten a theatrical release over in the United States, but apparently us rest of the world have to deal with Netflix, which I'm not quite sure if that's for its benefits or not. But I quite like the written works of Alex Garland. I mean, if you go by his screenplays of the films I've seen, and I've actually read the book The Beach. The film is not that good, but he didn't do the screenplay for that, so he gets let off the hook for that one. Annihilation's a sci-fi horror of sorts, but it's not a creature feature. But it's also not, very easily explained what's going on. Basically, the idea is that something has happened on a location in America. Yeah, very cryptic, I know, but I'm trying to explain this as well as I can without giving you spoilers. An anomaly called the Shimmer has taken place, and the Shimmer, in this location, things get distorted. People who go in there, or anything really, don't come back out, generally speaking, except for the husband of our main protagonist, Natalie Portman. And I'm not sure if they gave her a name, because they don't use a lot of names in this film, which doesn't help that I'm not good with names regardless. So he comes back, but they don't know how, really. It's a mystery. So Natalie Portman, alongside three other ladies, volunteer, because they all have scientific backgrounds or military backgrounds, to go into the Shimmer, find out what the cause of everything is. And yeah, that's about everything I can tell you about the film without delving into spoilers that much. Obviously, I can tell you that it's a sci-fi film and things are not what they seem. Reality gets warped in a way. It brings us wildlife as we know it, but then not as we know it. And one of the most terrifying things I've seen in a film, and it's just a cabin in the woods, but it was very unnerving. It's basically my favourite bit in the entire film. What I love about Annihilation is how alien everything feels. It's very outlandish, but oddly enough, in contradiction to what I say, it also never feels too far out of this world. It feels like something that could happen. And most of the film never bothers explaining this to you. There is very little technobabble. There is no quantum field distortions or sub-level DNA genetic strain patterns. It's just, left to your own interpretation, to your own devices. You have to try and figure out what the pattern is. And the same goes for the ending. Apparently, this is based on a book out of a series of books. So if this gets a sequel, then maybe we'll see more answers in the future. But I almost wish it won't. I'd rather have this film be standalone and just talk to people about it. Find your friends and go what do you think eventually happened in the film? Let me tell you this, the climax of the film, as it were, it's very personal. It's not very much so end of the world, despite the fact that they think it might be the end of the world. It's very close to the character. It's about Natalie Portman, and that's it. I'm not going to say anything else, except for I think this film might turn some people off who are expecting big old alien monsters and a dwindling party of people who get creatively killed every about 15 to 20 minutes, but this film is not like that. Everything in this film builds upon things. So yes, I heartily recommend this. Please go watch Annihilation. Make the little digits on Netflix work their way up, because it might count as a Netflix original, it might not, but compared to things like Bright or the Cloverfield Paradox, which I still kind of liked, and the Yakuza one with Jared Leto, yeah, this one is leagues out of, beyond. It's way better than that. So yeah, that's it. So yeah, that's it. I think I've nothing funny to say because I never say funny things. Please give me all your hate messages on the various social medias you can find me on. I'm terrifically proud of my MySpace page today. There's a comment section down below. Please feel free to volley insults, and please click the thumbs down, because if you click the thumbs up, I'm gonna actually get conceited one day. Now, if you excuse me, I've eaten mushrooms and I'm just going to spend the rest of the evening looking at the TV. Holy shit, dude.